reading up and knowing the terminologies of what we're talking about, right? So if we tell you to watch something with a commentary or read something, you've got to do it, because we're not telling you to do it just to do it. We're telling you to do it so that you can know what to say to somebody if we're not in the room and not sound like a fucking idiot. You gotta sound like you. It can't be like, well, Vince is doing some good stuff and Josiah did put together some stuff before, but who's this Yahoo? It can't be like that. Especially at the position that you are in this thing. You've got to start doing your homework. All right, I'm gonna give you some stuff to read up on, so you can understand story a little bit better. So you can, and Josiah can tell you, because I tell Josiah I'm a soldier. I'm a hired gun. You tell me who to shoot, and I shoot. I don't do the faking shit behind this. That's Josiah's job. So if you've got to learn that kind of stuff, and Josiah tells you to read up on a book or watch something, you've got to do that. All right, you've got to have follow through. I remember when Dave sat with us, the writer, and he said, "Give me the 10 things." You still ain't give us the 10 things. You know what you feel where I'm coming from? So we got to be up on our stuff, man. Captain, you can't be busting balls. You can't be busting balls. You can't be, and I saw it today. I saw a little bit of it today.
Give me an example.
All right. You know what? I'll use David, for example. No, Anton is the best example I can come up with. Because, in light of whatever happened over the past couple of weeks, I could definitely see both. The tension was thick enough for me to fucking take a nap on.
With Anton?
No, you two. So you guys are on really...
You don't think that helped his performance?
Well, okay, we'll talk about that. Hot second.
Oh, are you taping this?
Yes. But there's a difference. For example, with Anton, right? I'm like, hey, Anton, can you, he doesn't have to look at the screen. Just let him focus on the thing. It was communicated. But you had to bust his balls. You were like, yo, man. Like...
I explained to him that he's not seeing the script. How can he look at the script, look at the screen, and see Jamaica at the same time?
Look, right now, they're still there.
No common sense. This man had us in the studio for the entire night. In a flea-ridden, disgusting studio, which I was very happy to be in. And then the next day, he didn't have any of the files. He said this dog ate him. He said he lost them. Then finally, 3 weeks later, or a month later, he told me last night? The guy, remember we stood there and the guy let us record and he came in, he said, "Oh, this is great you guys are doing this. We want this kind of work here." I told the guy what we're doing in animation. He believed me because it was true. We've done this before. We're doing a test to get money to do this. The guy was like, cool. He was all excited. I said to the guy, "How much money do you need to turn this into a state-of-the-art studio?" That's another story. He said $150,000. Okay, so what now Anton is telling me is the next day, the guy sold the computer that had our files on it. Do you believe that for a second? So what does that say about Anton? He's lying. He was lying, and I can't take that. Be a man and tell the truth.
You are 1,000% right. 1,000% right to feel that way.
Yes.
But we were in the field executing.
Yes.
And
we could all die then. Yeah, you're right.
That can't happen while that shit can't slip out while we're executing.
Which is why I keep trying.
But you understand? You know why? Because we're trying to do hot shit.
I know, we did hot shit. And I want you to understand what I've been trying to do, because I'm under a lot of pressure. I'm not just doing this, I'm doing it.
I understand.
What I'm trying to do is get you to do that job and him to help you do that job.
Mm-hmm. So
that I'm not in the studio causing bullshit.
Right.
I'm just, the eyes and ears there, I'm just getting the money to pay for it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to do what I did last night.
Mm-hmm.
Tonight.
I understand.
I want you and him to do it. I want you to teach him how to do it.
Mm-hmm.
I've been trying to teach him how to do it, but I feel like he's just not responding
now,
to my teachings.
About that,
yes.
I can't accept the responsibility on my own.
On the past.
No, everything.
Moving forward.
No, moving forward.
Responsibility.
I can't just be, because you know why? Because I'm also a soldier in the field. I can't be a soldier.
So we need a producer.
So
we need a producer.
Until that comes, though.
Yeah. But you have to understand, part of my frustration is when I've said things in the past, like during our meetings, like we need a producer, and David, who's never done any of this before, will say, "No, we don't need a producer. We don't need anybody but us." It drives me out of my mind.
We're talking
no, anyone.
Yeah, but we spoke about that.
But David, you don't know.
I know.
I think
but
I know.
What I'm saying is that we spoke about this already, and we agreed that we think we should bring in Kimson. And you say you don't
Kimson don't want to do it.
Exactly. So we're thinking about
Kimson won't do it because it's not his project.
and it's not gaining no funds not coming out of it right now.
Yeah.
And you're saying once he works he wants to be paid. All right. As far as he what he said a while ago about me reading up shit, I can definitely say, you know, that, well, basically that's true. I need to do some more reading on this shit. You know, apart from what I'm giving so far, I can give more. You know, but that comes doing that. Also, I have to do that under less pressure. Less pressure in terms of bona fide is still your behavior and all. I'm trying to get it to you from the other day, but you're not getting it. I mean, you said, after tonight, I'm not think maybe I'll ever get into this because we're supposed to be able to be a man about this and drop whatever happens then.
Yeah.
And we can focus on what, because look at it, we worked tonight and it was fucking good.
Yeah.
Okay.
You understand me? That should be coming to it if we and budget.
Okay. I just want you to understand one thing. You know I have two different ways of dealing with people. There's the talent, like Kimbali, who I talk to like this. Hey, Kimbali, that's wonderful. I think you're doing a great job, even when she's fucking up, right? You got to treat talent with kid gloves. David has represented himself for 6 months as not being just talent, but also being a producer.
I understand.
So I can't treat him with sweetness if I really respect him. If I respect him, I'll say, you're doing a great job, even when he's fucking up. But if I'm going to treat him with respect, I'm going to say, this is what it takes.
If I remember correctly, were you busting RZ's ball at one point? Like, I thought I saw you, like, there was, like, some, like, genuine...
Not really. RZ and I had, like, an equal thing, because we came in together.
Okay.
George and Adam identified us both, but he was more interested, George was more interested in working with me than RZ. RZ tried to go in without me, put the deal together, and bring me in as, like, a second fiddle. But George wasn't having that. Because every now and again, I had to put RZ in his place.
Right.
And then RZ's thing completely fell off. They pulled all his funding, and they put it all in the other division. Because other division was the hotness. Now, my point is this. I'm not really being respectful to him if I talk to him with sweetness and sugar. If he wants to be anything more than talent. No, let me just tell you my point of view. If you only want to be talent, then I will treat you like the greatest princess on earth. Not you, I'm talking about Kimbali.
He treats me like that too. So.
All right? But if you're telling me you want to be a producer, no, let me say, if you're telling me you want to be a producer, you have not seen pressure yet. When the guy comes up to you and says, fuck you, your mother and your grandmother, and I'm pulling your budget, and you got to sit there and take it as a producer, that is pressure. And it's happened to me. He saw it happen to me with George. How many times did George come and say, today is Josiah's last fucking day, I'm firing him? How many times would he walk in? How many times would he walk in and in front of the whole crew go, Josiah, get your fucking ass over here, and I got a whole crew. And if you can't take this little bit of shit from me, you're not going to take it from the real people.
That's not what I'm saying. He's right. Just listen to me. He's right about where I said, but that's not the pressure with me at all. Right?
What pressure you
It's
talking
not about pressure being a problem.
We came up with the solution to that.
Yeah, it's pressure about working in your apartment. That is the pressure.
Okay, you have to understand this too.
Me don't want to do that, Virgin.
Coming in the apartment, the other side of the coming in the apartment is one, and to me, right? I was upset, and and to me, I'm still trying to treat you as a producer. And as a producer, you're going to come up with 10 other options. You're not going to rely just on my apartment as a producer, right? You're going to borrow someone's apartment that you know in the building, your building, your basement. As a producer, you're going to come to me with other solutions. My apartment was a last case scenario, and then at the last minute, I even considered my wife probably don't want these niggers, I'm sorry, in the apartment. All right? So that's the other half, and that's another whole half. It's her apartment.
Yeah.
So you got to go?
No.
Oh, okay. So that's the pressure I'm giving you too.
I'm gonna say something to you.
Yeah.
And these are the things I'm telling you. I'm gonna show you what exactly, because he's here so I can tell you. The other day, I came by your apartment, came willingly hard to come and help you. All right? You look at me and say, David, you need to put a TV on the wall. I say, okay. I'll give you the manual. I'll call him, even dry. I say, come look at the manual. The manual I say, do not screw into drywall, sheetrock, and such and such.
Then why did you do it?
Because you tell me to.
No, I didn't know. That's not what I should have recorded that too.
He said
this
to
is
me,
not true.
Go to Home Depot and get bigger screws. You remember telling me, go to Home, just I remember telling him the truth. I remember telling him the truth, man.
No, you're not telling the truth.
What's going on?
No, let me say one thing. Let me just stop you for 1 second.
I'm sure the man.
The point is, I just told you, all I said is, get it done. I don't care how you get, because if I have to think too, that means I'm working too.
Yeah, but
I have him doing it, so I can think about raising. Let me just finish. It's not a favor. That's where you're wrong. That's where you're wrong. It's not a favor. It's not a favor. I ask you to do these things at $200 a day. But you asked me to teach you to be a producer.
No,
That's going to cost you $500 a day.
That's where we
Every
wrong
day
again.
you help me,
That's
you
where
owe
we
me
wrong again.
$300.
That's where we're wrong again.
No, I've been saying that for 6
That's
months.
where we are wrong. And
You're
we
not
should set
respecting
this-
my ability
Well,
to
I know,
teach you that.
Well, I know. We should.
Because if you go to school
that's the
to
problem.
learn what I teach you, if you go to school to learn what I teach you, it's going, and within
But
6
you
months,
shouldn't-
it's going to cost you $500 a day.
Just sit down, man. You busting balls.
Yeah,
Sit down.
listen to me. You see where we
And
are.
we talked about this and he
You see where
agreed
we are?
to it.
Hey,
All right.
relax.
Yes,
I'm
you
glad-
did.
I'm glad you come up with that. You know what we all wrong about this? Because when we all started, you come up with an idea that you go to Jamaica and you got lost. And you come up, you see some Rasta man and they look like
I gotta
some-
go soon.
Well, Anna.
You're wasting my time.
Well, Anna.
No, no,
Well,
no,
Anna.
it's okay,
Let me
it's okay.
explain it
Just
to you how we
5 more
started.
minutes, guys. 5 more minutes, all right?
And we said, so boom, let's do an animated about Rasta song.
And what did you do?
Eh?
What did you add to it?
I add to it.
What did you add to it? When you add to a movie, you have to do it in writing or you get no credit.
I did.
What? I've never seen any of your notes.
It's all in the paper. They're gonna come over and we'll put them in a paper. What we all getting up. Did
You
know stuff?
wrote something and handed it to us? Where
I
are all
tell
the
you,
notes I asked you
You
for?
not understand what I said.
You
I
don't-
did.
I didn't see anything. I didn't know that you wrote that.
That's what I'm saying. Everything that I write so far about
So
the
how come
year
all
and
the text
program
I
and
asked you
everything-
to send me the notes?
The whole-
Why didn't you just say I gave him to Vincent? He never said that.
Look,
Now, hold
you
on.
understand what all of this
You
misunderstanding?
never once. I
Because
sent
all
text
the
after
notes
text.
that I've written is in the story where I do now.
Okay, well you're saying
The
that
whole
now.
thing
What,
with
did you
here,
respond?
and
You want me to
the
show you
Ottoman
every
having
single
sieges.
text?
I wrote all of that.
Right.
You didn't write it until you write it down. You do not.
When he wrote all that, you saw the pad. The pad that he had the
What pad?
the yellow pad with the yellow paper. He drew the line
course I
size
do.
on
Where
it.
it is.
I bring it to the
And
video.
he writes it from the
But
pad.
then
The
I
next
asked
I
him-
wrote it.
I asked
I
him
wrote
to take that
everything.
pad
Wait, hold on.
and translate it into a document on a computer and
I was
send
there
it
for
to
that
us.
meeting. I was there for that.
Send it to us because that's the only way to get writing credit.
That was the time you told him to do that.
But he didn't do it. I
No,
didn't
but
get
you had the
it.
pad.
I have it.
You have it.
But you didn't.
You have it, right?
What
What did you just say? Did you just say you have it?
What you all just wanted?
What Josiah said was that we didn't type it down
I-
in a Word document
Hey,
so that we can have that and send it off to people. Like they
Also, it can be integrated into the process. You don't get writer's
Because
credit.
the-
You sit in, when you
because
sit in
his
the
ideas, his
Yeah.
ideas did get integrated into the
Okay.
process
It's a
because
process, that's what I'm
I knew
saying.
what it was.
Good.
And I had to remember this stuff and tell
But-
Dave.
but-
what Josiah
But
said.
understand this. Understand
I've written
this.
it down.
Understand this. That's what a producer does, and still doesn't get writer credit.
Mhm.
I just did it on Beyond Oblivion. I sat there for 5 months and sat in every meeting
Ah.
and contributed to every process of the script writing, but I never wrote in the script, so
Interesting.
I don't get this writer's credit. All I get is executive producer's credit.
Creator. You guys have to.
He's getting creator. You're all getting creator.
Yes.
You're all getting creator.
But I actually should have a writer credit too. 'Cause
Yeah,
wrote
I
a lot
says
of
to
that
be
stuff.
determined. I said.
okay,
Alright,
so
yeah.
what? Let's start now. What is it that you want from me?
I want what I've been asking you for. And
Which is my sketch.
Your notes.
My notebook.
I don't want the actual thing. I
Well,
told
you
you.
just want
I told
some-
you to come by and scan it.
Oh,
And if you couldn't
that's
scan
what-
it, then I said write it in the computer and
that's what
email
you
it to
want.
me.
That's what you
That's
want.
one thing that I
Okay,
want.
You'll get that.
That's one thing.
But there are a lot of
Now
things.
going back to the work in the apartment. The way I see it in my head, we worked out a deal. At first, I was paying you $175 a day, and then we got to a point where I said, I can't pay you
Pay no
anything
more,
else.
right.
I can't pay you no more.
I would-
So will you help me do this stuff in
I
exchange for me helping you become a
No, you
producer?
can't use that
Why?
exchange because the project start. All of us say let's do a project. So how you going to charge me for it when all of us start?
No, but I didn't. But it does include me turning you into a producer.
Yeah, but just
It does not include me turning you into a producer.
Working, and you see that
Okay,
it's
well then I won't
working
help
for
you to become a
This
producer.
is what I'm trying to say to you.
Dave, in all honesty though, I'm not getting paid for anything.
Exactly. None of we getting paid. How
So
we
what?
getting paid?
So
How
So
we
what?
getting paid?
He's already a producer. He's got 10 years of experience. You have 10 minutes experience. I'm teaching you how to be a producer. You want to pay me for that service?
Listen to me.
$500 a day to pay me for that service.
No, it's
Listen,
listen. What Josiah is saying is, I'm a professional.
Exactly.
Right? So my contribution is to also teach you about this stuff.
So that you can go out into life and keep
I'm
going
not
without us.
really, I'm not learning anything. Listen. I'm not learning anything here. All right, I'm executing. Right, but you're learning about this stuff too. You know, the ideas are coming from you, but if you want to be a producer and a creative director and that kind of stuff, you've got to learn this stuff. And I think that what it sounds like is that you guys have a deal worked out, so that we teach.
Well, then you know what?
these
You never
things.
said yes. You never said no to the deal. That's what you do, David. You never say yes or no. And I used to do that with my grandmother.
You know what?
Listen to me for 1 second. This is what I used to do to my grandmother all the time. She'd ask me to do work around the house, chores I didn't want to do. I would never say no. I would just not be there when it was time to do them. That's what you do. You don't say yes and you don't say no. We worked out a deal.
Wait, what don't you understand?
You worked out a deal. This is the problem I have about the TV. Let me just say about this. Let me say about TV. This is the problem.